Hey dreamers, this is Jade and I'm here to do my setup in my new mini bullet journal. I'm excited to get into this. I previously used the Leuchtuurm A6 size grid notebooks for this, but this year I decided to try something different because I wanted something that would last longer than I think I was getting like maybe 5 months out of the Leuchtuurm. Excuse me. And so, yeah, here I am just pasting down that little wonky page and then moving on with my decorations. But yeah, I decided to try something different. So, this is the Create with Pen Ink It notebook, and she just in the last few months came out with a pocket size. So, I decided to try that, and it's like 520 pages. So, I was like, yes, let me grab that and we'll see how it works out for me. So, I just put a little sticker there in the beginning. The other side is space for me to put a picture of myself and then like the start and end dates of this notebook. And then I had a overview calendar of all of the months for 2024, and then also the just a 2024. And looking back on it now and then like as I'm using it, I don't like the way the overview calendar and that 2024 looks right there shoved together. So I'm either going to take that overview calendar out completely or maybe put it in the back of the book or something. I'm not sure, but I will probably be removing it. And the 2024, I'll probably end up printing out and putting in again, simply because the one that's in there, you all may not be able to tell, but I put it in there crooked and it's driving me crazy. So, yeah, I have moved on and I am now getting my calendar down. So with this notebook, as I said, it's a pocket notebook from Create with Pen, and it's a little bit different in the dimensions than, of course, the A6 Leuchtuurm that I have previously been using. So I had to go in and do my measurements, and I found that I can pretty much keep everything the same. I mean, it might be less room on the page, but like the way I space everything out and how the boxes that I use, I can do the exact same thing in this pocket and it will fit. So I typically do 5 by 5 boxes for my calendar, and of course, like my watch list boxes, and I think it's like 5 by 8 for my playlist boxes. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I am getting January down in this notebook, and of course I like to go over it in pencil first. I'm glad I did, and this is why I do it, because I was about to make a mistake and then I was able to catch myself before I did and correct myself and get everything down the way that it's supposed to be, and then go back in with the pen. So what I like about this notebook is I can stand it up like that to get the horizontal lines there on the calendar. Forgive me, I have like something going on in my throat. It's like a frog or something. I don't know. And I clear it out and then I start talking and it's there again. It's getting on my nerves. And so now I am finally going over the entire calendar with my pen. Now I typically like thicker lines for my calendars. So I do use my uni pen in the O8, and then once I am able to, or once I'm ready to put the numbers in, I use the O5, just so it'll fit better and all that kind of stuff. So I'm getting the shell of the calendar inked out here with my uni pen, and once I get the shell, then I'll go back in and do the individual lines. And it doesn't matter whether I start vertical or horizontal. I try to do all of them at once, so I'm not like going back and forth with moving the calendar and the page all over, or the book, I should say, all around. So getting that done, and then I will go back and get the numbers down for the rest of the calendar. Okay, now that is done, I need to erase the pencil lines and pencil marks that are still under the ink, kind of creeping out there. And I'm doing my best to be gentle because this is Tomoe River paper, which I absolutely freaking love, but it is thin, so it can, if you're not careful, rip and or bend and crumple easily. So just be careful when you're working with it and having to erase or pull something up or anything like that. Just be gentle with the pages and they will rock out for you. Okay, I'm getting the numbers done here, and January is a 31-day month, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, you all know I like to kind of decorate around my calendar to spice it up just a little so I can look at something pretty during the month when I have to flip back to it for whatever reason. And so I started off using some stickers from the Dream sticker pack that I just picked up. Some new ones because the Happy Planner has discontinued it. Um, and that feather was not working out as a base for that, so I decided to also dip into my beautifully lined sticker pack from Live Love Posh. Absolutely gorgeous water. It's like watercolory flower stickers because it's the beginning of the year, and actually January is my birth month. I don't know. I'm feeling like this year I want more color, more vibrancy, more just beauty going on. And so I decided instead of kind of going with a neutral or gray looking color or whatever to spice it up, make it look almost kind of springish with the colors that I'm using here. But I love these flowers. They are so pretty. Live Love Posh, beautifully lined. Okay, and there's like a whole bunch of nice flowers in there. And so I'm just getting that down and I actually really, really love the way that this looks. And so I'm cutting that. Listen, your girl be having trouble cutting those pages. I will cut into the page accidentally and it annoys me so much. But anyway, I did go ahead and let her out January. Can I talk? Jesus. January with one of my Tombow brush markers. Now I usually use Faber Castell because I feel like those are not too thin and not too thick. However, they didn't really have a color in the Faber Castells that I wanted to use to kind of match and go with all of that. So I decided to pull out my Tombows. And so here I am getting my January watch list boxes set up. I will start with three to give myself a starting position as whatever, to get my TV shows down or whatever. And I'm actually watching this show right now called Black Cake. I have one episode left and I can't wait to watch it because it is so good and it's on Hulu if you are interested in watching that for yourself. So once I'm done making those boxes, again, 5 by 5, and I go two over from, like when I started, it's like two spaces over and then 5 by 5. And so a place for my playlist and books read, brain dump, and then of course I'm doing my online orders. Now I messed myself up here because I wrote this and instead of immediately underlining online orders, I start putting in the rest of the information and then those lines go all the way up where the underline is supposed to be, so I have to correct myself. And it just looks a mess. So hopefully I'll do better with this part in February. And surprisingly, well, it's only January 4th, but I would say surprisingly, I have not had any orders so far. We'll see how long that lasts. Anyway, getting the day set up for today, and that pretty much wraps this up. If you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below. I trust that everyone has been safe and well. I hope you're having a fantastic new year, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.